Hi. Okay, so I'm trying this out, a new format of recording into a podcast as well as into a YouTube channel. So I'm probably going to post a little bit of this on Instagram, but most of it's going to be just on YouTube really because I'm going to talk for quite a while. Um, this is actually more a sharing about anger and resentment that has come up more recently. I guess we just had Mars retrograde. We also have Venus in Aries and Mercury in Aries. So there's a lot of Aries energy that's kind of being highlighted right now. So I thought I want to share a little bit more about my experience so far. So it happened about a couple of weeks ago when it was the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, and that kind of triggered me as well. I kind of knew that during a full moon, sometimes emotions can be extremely intense and be triggered. So I was talking to someone, and suddenly my emotions just got majorly triggered at this time. And I chose to allow myself to feel angry, right? But not necessarily lash out at the other person. I just knew that this was maybe something for me to feel, something for me to honor for myself, but not necessarily react in a way. So I did that. But I didn't fully process what was coming up for me because all I felt was anger. And I think when you feel your emotions, it's kind of difficult to be able to decide exactly what is it, or to distinguish or to find out exactly what was the reason why you're feeling that emotion, other than just to feel that emotion. Your sense of logic kind of just goes out the window, right? So I think that's what happened to me. Um, and I allowed the trigger to, kind of subside. And then later on, gave myself a bit more time to process the emotions as well. So, what I felt at that time was I felt resent. Resent because it felt like at that time when I was talking to that person, it felt like I was being projected on by them. It felt like I had to be mindful and watchful of what I was saying in order to take care of what they're feeling, and kind of like walking on eggshells a little bit. And I asked myself whether there was any familiarity with this feeling. And up it came that growing up, at least at home, a lot of the time when my mom got angry, we were all walking on eggshells around her, because when mom gets angry, hell freezes over. Okay, she gets really angry and she gets very cold, and you don't want to be in that situation. It's kind of worse, even worse than having someone shout at you, really. So for me, it was like, in order to keep the peace at home, in order to make sure mom's okay, in order to make sure we're all not, I don't have to feel that form of anger from mom. I just needed to keep quiet and make sure that she was okay, right? Not rock the boat, right? Um, and I think at that time I realized what I did. And looking at my younger self, I realized that there was a lot of anger and a lot of resentment coming out, because why was she putting it on me to take care of her feelings? Why was all of this anger or stuff like that she had expressed before, why was it projected onto me to take care of her, to make sure that she's not angry, to please her? Why I was so angry and so resentful for that. So that all kind of came out in one ugly and long cry. Um, but I think beyond that, I also asked myself if there was anything else I was feeling resentful about besides the fact that she was doing something to me. I think because I always also try to see if there's anything that I'm not honoring for myself. And it also came up again that I felt resentment at myself for not honoring my own needs, right? My need was to feel safe. My need was to feel peace, at peace. How come I was not honoring that? How come I was taking care of other people, not taking care of myself? And so I felt very angry at myself for doing that, right? But there was this little bit of like, tug of war going on inside, right? Because as a child and as a younger person in the family, I was the youngest in the family anyway. uh, How come, you know, I didn't want to allow myself even to feel angry and resentful, right? Because this was my mother I was talking about. Like, I can't be angry with my mom. She loves me. She cares for me, right? For sure, she cares for me. So I have to be a good girl. I have to take care of my fee. I have to behave, right? I can't be angry at her. No way. There's no way I can allow myself to do that. But I did have to. I was not honoring my own feelings around this. I was not honoring my own resentment for feeling that I had to take care of other people as a result of this. No, I was like a little adult having to take care of other people. And so I finally allowed that little child in me, my younger self, to come out and cry and cry and cry her heart out. It was a really, really big, ugly cry. And that was like, wow, this is really amazing, right? Because these were emotions that she felt. These were frustrations that she felt for so long, and they were just not expressed at all at that time. But finally, they came out, right? Finally, I can allow myself to feel what I need to feel. It's not like you feel and then you have to do something about it and you have to tell her, my mom off, or anything like that. It's got nothing to do with my mom, right? It's nothing to do with what she did, right or wrong, or anything like that. It's really just about me and how I reacted to the situation. And it's about me and knowing that it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel unloved. It's okay to feel angry and resentful. Anger is fine, right? So it's all part of being a human being, really. And so when I was relating this to another friend of mine, she asked me if there was a part of me that feels that I expect others to do the same. I expect others to take care of my feelings too. So I guess I was just being very honest and I said, yeah, actually, I do expect others to take care of my feelings too. I do. Because I take care of them, shouldn't they return the favor and take care of me too? Right? But relationships don't work this way. I don't think they should. I mean, I'm shooting in a good way. I think expectations that you set up within a relationship kind of make it worse, right? When you set up those kind of expectations and projections on others. So rather than expecting others to take care of me, why not I take care of myself, my own emotions? I mother myself, I take care of myself. Wouldn't it be cleaner? Everyone else can take care of themselves, I'll take care of myself, and that's fine, right? Then I don't have to worry about what others are thinking or feeling or anything like that. Why not just take care of me first? I don't think I've fully come to terms with that just yet. Feels like it's not quite there, but it's at a good space right now as I'm processing during this Venus, Mars, Mercury retrograde. Mars is over, by the way, but I think there are some things that I need to probably still go through as Mars goes through in Cancer, which is quite emotional as well. But yeah, I think I'm a good space right now. At least I have allowed myself to feel. Allowing yourself to feel doesn't mean that you have to tell everybody, how you feel. Just allowing yourself to feel kind of means that you're just honoring your own self, your own feelings. And emotions are emotions. And it's just something we just move through. That's it. So, question I have for you, since I have this share, is are there any parts of you that you are currently not honoring? Yeah. because this is Venus in Aries right now. And Aries is about yourself. It's about not so much about the other people, but it's about knowing what you want and what you need as well. So let me know in the comments or send me a DM. You can follow me on YouTube as I am Tonya Shaw. You can also follow me on Instagram as I am Tonya Shaw. And I think I have to rename my Spotify podcast as well. But yes, I am Tonya Shaw. That's the name you can find me on. I hope this has been useful for you. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.